100k a month at 17 years old. Yo boys, so we're finally back with another video. This is going to be a super quick video where I'm going to cover basically 5 things that actually got me to 100k a month at 17 years old. If you guys don't know me already, so I'm 17 years old. I currently live in Dubai and I run a marketing agency where we basically work with local service-based businesses in the US, and we run their ads, we do AI systems and different things. And yeah, so currently on the way. But yeah, anyways, so back to my point. Yeah, so I'm gonna get straight into it. I literally have a few minutes. I wanted to share this with you guys because it's a huge thing, and I see a lot of people that are trying to scale their agency and stuff like that, don't actually do these things, right? So the first one is being speed. So when I first started my agency, just for more context. So when I first started my agency, I started when I was like 13 years old. I even have a sales call on my YouTube channel when I was like 14 years old. And I closed my first client that paid me like $1,500 a month or something. But yeah, you can check that out. Second thing, so I basically scaled from 5k a month to 100k a month in about 4 to 5 months. It's actually another video where I basically go through. You can go check it out. But yeah, the thing is, like, things that I did when I was basically scaling is the first thing with speed. So with speed, like every time you find one thing that's working, literally go 10x and double down on it, you know? Like the opportunity won't always be there, right? So for example, with me, I found something with outbound, basically with outreach, that worked very well for us. So what we basically did is I hired like 5 setters, and then we doubled down until something broke, you know, and then we weren't able to handle more sales calls. And then obviously that's a good thing. So after we couldn't handle sales calls, what we basically did was hire a closer. So that was my first closer. If you're watching this, you're a fucking legend, man. But yeah, so that's the thing. So we hired our first closer. We started closing like 2-3 clients per day. Started scaling quicker and quicker, and then obviously we had like so many things break. And I always say it, it's like when things break in your business, that's obviously a good thing, because obviously that's a sign of growth, and whenever you solve that, you're obviously, you know, leveling up, you're scaling even more. And yeah, second thing as well is, like, with speed, you want to save time wherever you fucking go. Like it fucking compounds, you know. It's like when you wake up, if you scroll, if it takes you 1 hour to do like random shit, that's 1 hour wasted that you could have worked in, right? And yeah, second thing as well is, like, sleeping like 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day is not always the best, because you wake up, you feel like super sleepy, you feel super tired. So I used to sleep like 6 to 7 hours a day, just because it's like, first of all, you're like, you have 4 extra hours per day. They can basically work in, you can train in, you can pray in, you can do so many different things in. Second thing is obviously writing down all your tasks. So this thing is so fucking important, because sometimes, like, when you're like non-motivated or something, or like, you know, let's say you get off work for a bit and then you get back on, you have like brain fog and stuff. When you have your tasks in front of you, you know exactly what you want to do, right? So you can literally just go on your laptop, go on your Notion, and then you see all your tasks, and then you can basically just start spamming one after another, one after another, one after another, and then that's how you're gonna have progress, right? And then slowly, like doing it every fucking day, you're just gonna get used to it, and then you're gonna start clearing all your tasks. And then whenever you clear all your tasks, at the end of the day, you're gonna see all the progress that you've done. And then obviously it starts compounding, and it compounds so fucking fast. And yeah, so the thing is with tasks is, like, every time you want to write your tasks is like in the morning when you wake up, you have like a fresh mind, you know, get some sunlight. And then what I basically do is you write down all your tasks, you know, so you write down all money-making tasks and things that will actually move the business. And yeah, you basically just list everything down, and then for the entire day, you know what you have to get done, and you wouldn't sleep unless you do it. And so many people that go against this, and they're like, yeah, you're not going to burn yourself and stuff, but if you actually want to scale, that's how it is, right? That's the reality, and the work has to be done. Second thing is I invested into a mentor. So I had a mentor that was basically like a person that I want to be like, and I'm just literally listening to him. Like, he's giving me exactly what he's done. I have like 1 call a week with him, and what we basically did is, like, he was basically making, I think, around like 300k 400k a month at the time. And what we basically did is, like, he basically consulted me. Like, we had a call like once a week, and then he just tells me like exactly what to do, because these are the type of people that can see through the business, because they've been there, they've went through it and everything, and it does speed up a lot, especially when, you know, they have systems, when you have all the strategy. And another thing was moving out. So moving out was one of the biggest things, because I could never work at home. Like, the first time I moved out was about a year ago. A year ago I moved out of my parents' house, and since I moved out, I've started making much more. And the thing is because like the way that I grew up, like obviously I have another video where I went through like my entire story and shit. I will have another one that will be a little bit more deep, but yeah. So changing environments, like, you know, you need to try to have the perfect environment for working. Obviously you should be able to work wherever you were or wherever you are at the minute, until you could move out. Because yeah, the thing is, like, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. You can work, you're just on your own, and you just make a good routine for yourself, and there's no negative energy, you know, around you and stuff. So yeah, second thing is, like, yeah, working like 11 to 12 hours per day. Like, obviously it's not easy to just sit down in front of your laptop for like 11, 12 hours per day, but if you do it consistently, like, just keep trying, you'll get to it. And then when you're doing that, sometimes you'll find out, like, okay, you're not that productive, but then with time you will become, like, that 11, 12 hours, you will be productive. And I do have one thing that can actually help you with that. So one thing is that you want to make sure that you're actually getting shit done. You're not just sitting in front of your laptop, or you have your phone open scrolling every like 30 minutes. And if you're scrolling trying to scale a business, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But yeah, second thing is that you want to imagine your competitor, like, basically in the same scenario of you, right? And then you just want to do whatever it takes to actually beat them. So do more work than them, do more, you know, outbound, you know, spend more on ads, hire more closers, whatever it is. You just want to keep like pushing more and more and more. And yeah, second thing is, like, you want to work on things that actually, you know, move the business, and not just some fucking nonsense like on your website and shit. And then whenever you actually don't know what you're making, like you don't know what you're working on, or let's say you finish all your tasks, you finish them in like 4 hours, and then it's like midday and you just want to scroll, or you don't know what to work on. One trick that I did is, like, just zoom out of the agency, right? Like, if you're making like 20K per month or something, you want to get to 100, you're like, yeah, there's no tasks, I just finished everything. No, you didn't finish everything, because if you actually did everything, you would be doing 100K a month, right? And that's the way I think about it. And I always bring it back to, you literally just zoom out of the agency. There's like 5 main things. It's appointment setting, it's sales calls, it's onboarding, service delivery, and then retention, right? And then go through each one, like your acquisition, your appointment setting. How many sellers do you have? How are they doing? Why can't you get more appointments in? You know, can you spend more ads? Can you send more messages? Can you know, whatever it is, push more volume in every fucking part, and you're gonna find so much tasks. And the more the things break, the more that you're gonna find out that, you know, there's places that you can actually grow. There's things that you can actually change that can make the business better, right? So yeah, I always like zoom out. I think of it as a super simple thing. Appointment setting, sales calls, you know, how's the closer doing? Could you do anything to like increase your show rate? Can you do anything to increase your conversions? Can you change your offer? How can you collect more money? The onboarding, how quick that is, you know, and even till this day, I still do the same shit. You know, it's always the simple things. You don't want to complicate your stuff. You don't have that Miro board with 1,000 fucking things on it. Like, I didn't have to do this to get 100K a month. So yeah, that's mainly it. I just wanted to share that because it was on top of my mind. But yeah, other than that, I obviously don't offer any mentorship. I don't do courses, any of that bullshit. But I'm more than happy to record specific videos for agencies. So yeah, comment it down below if you do have any questions, if you need anything. You can send me a message on Instagram. I might be able to respond to you with a voice note if you have like a specific question that I couldn't record the video on. But yeah, I do want to make some more content, bring you guys with me, and yeah, just share along the journey.